welcome back to UCW Overdrive. It was an insane card, so we're not going to waste any time with any of the bullshit. Darren Briggs defends the Fighting Spirit Championship against King Hipsta in King Hipsta's UCW debut. After that, Amy Cooper will take on Hayley Webb in a normal matchup. Then Nolan Omega will go at it against John Styles in a no-holds-barred match in John Styles' UCW Overdrive debut. Supreme Knight takes on Barry Ryan in a tables match in Supreme Knight's debut here in UCW. He is the owner of TCW, Triple Crown Wrestling, on YouTube. If you have not checked it out, be sure to go give him a subscription, maybe even a follow on Twitch if you're feeling generous. DrSupremeKnight is where you can find him. And then after that, in our co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, the Kliq, better known as D and Jade Newton, will defend the UCW World Tag Team Championships against Carl Hammett and Ray Hughes of the Grapple division in a TLC ladder match. And our main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, Sammy Lee defends the UCW Women's World Championship against Jade Tempest in her UCW debut and Dizzy in her singles competition debut here in UCW. It was an absolutely incredible card, like I said, so let's get right into it. Either skip the cinematic or I'll see you on the other side.
Bells ring out like thunder's cry. Shadows fade where dreams defy. Footsteps echo on the stone. Climbing paths, I claim my throne. The rock crowd shakes the ground. Faces blur, the pulse profound. A spark ignites a fire untamed. In the chaos, I'm unchained. Spotlights blaze, my moment calls. I stand unbroken through the falls. The summit's near, the air runs thin. This is the place where I begin.
Once again, King Hipsta versus Darren Briggs. The Fighting Spirit Championship is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we actually get our entrances this time. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the ring first, we've got none other than the one and only King Hipsta, ladies and gentlemen. Known across DTX, TXW. Said he's here to land in UCW and make the biggest impact so far, using everything he's learned. Welcome to the YouTube chat, Shannon. Glenn, welcome back, brother. How you doing today? Awesome arena, thank you. Leah says nice arena as well. I tried very hard, thank you, thank you. You can ask Clown and DT. I was in here when they were in there whenever I was making it. I was pulling my hair out just a little bit. Yeah, still hot outside for sure. Thank you, 77. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, making their way through the Gorilla Room as we speak, he is your current UCW Fighting Spirit Champion, Darren Briggs, ladies and gentlemen, with the belt in his mouth. I don't know how I feel about that. Those are expensive, man.
Busted jaw, raised on fists and outlaws law. Never cared for kings or crowns. I come to swing, not mess around.
Been Fighting Spirit for 7 days and counting, ladies and gentlemen. Winning it last week. The nature of the Fighting Spirit Champion, though, is you defend that thing every chance possible. So once a week usually, unless it's a pay-per-view, and it's obviously on the line twice a week. We are less than 2 weeks away from Blood Oath, ladies and gentlemen. And a better look at the Fighting Spirit Championship. This energy drink got a little bit too much carbonation in it for me. Is that green tea in it? Let's get the webcam back. Get ready for the match. The announcer lets everybody know what's going on. Exactly, Rad. Exactly. Welcome to the chat, brother. How you doing, man? King Hipsta taking a look at what could be his by the end of the night. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is an Extreme Rules match for that right there. Let's stop wasting time and get right into it. Been at it today. Yeah, from what I've heard, you were making championships at like 11 a.m. this morning, and I was getting Discord notifications randomly as you were working all throughout the night, my man. Big reversal from King Hipsta to Darren. Able to get a little bit of space between them. Drops him down onto his back. Huge elbows to the body from King Hipsta to Darren Briggs. Throws him into the corner. Briggs gets a reversal, able to fight back. Very back and forth early on in this match, ladies and gentlemen. Rad, get desk. I agree. Or did he get a desk? Because if he got a desk today, sweet. King Hipsta sends Darren Briggs outside onto the wooden planks. Drops the elbow down as well. I wish I could find a shade of like wood that's a little more similar to like how it used to look back in the day. Huge punch to the face from Darren Briggs to King Hipsta, by the way. A reversal sends his opponent into the barricade. Goes over the steps. Gets caught with a huge kick. Darren Briggs. He's got King Hipsta up on his shoulders. Huge power bomb on the outside. Stomping down on his arm. He catches him with a clothesline on the outside. No countouts in this match, ladies and gentlemen, so they are free to do whatever they want. King Hipsta going underneath the ring. Pulls out a sledgehammer, making his way over to Darren Briggs, who's just now getting to his feet. Catches him in the gut with the hammer. Drops it down on his opponent's body. A lot of damage from the challenger, showing that he is not playing games. What difficulty playing on? I'm not playing, but it's on Legendary. That's what I play it on. Except for when I did Showcase, I dropped it down to easy. Before anybody starts clowning, before I start seeing it in the chat, yes, I did that. Bitch unknown. Unknown bitch. That's my name. What's going on, Hazard? Darren Briggs throwing King Hipsta into the barricade. Big elbow to the body from King Hipsta. Darren Briggs struggling to show that fight that got him the championship. Let me uncross my legs. Maybe that'll help. He gets Darren back into the ring. He wants him on his feet. What's King Hipsta looking for, ladies and gentlemen? Off the top rope, misses the big drop kick. Darren heads to the outside. You play Legendary? Very nice, sir. Showcase had me drop that down to easy. I'm not even gonna play with you. Especially the Money in the Bank match. Lost my mind too many times. It's crashing out. Briggs going for a cover on King Hipsta. He's got him from behind. Able to kick out at one. Off the middle rope. Briggs was going for a neck breaker there, but King Hipsta caught him. Big kick to the body to stop the action. Drop kick to the back sends King Hipsta down onto the mat. Drop kick misses. Hipsta gets out of the way. It is AI versus AI, yes sir. And a lot of the people who are in the on the card tonight are actually a part of the through the table. Darren Briggs just put King Hipsta through a table, ladies and gentlemen. Going for a cover. Is this enough to retain the championship? Unknown bitch, bitchcore, and clown of bitches. Yes, I like clown of bitch more actually. Clown of bitch more than clown of bitches. You had it right. King Hipsta with a big combo, able to lay Darren Briggs out, turning momentum back into his favor. But no, a lot of the people on the card tonight are actually a part of the community. If you are looking to join, all you have to do is post a created character using hashtags UCWUU or UCWEF, and obviously subscribe on YouTube or follow on Twitch and join the Discord. King Hipsta going for a cover, only a count of 1. What are we seeing right now? I didn't plan this. I actually didn't, like, I swear I didn't plan that. I don't know what's going on right now. Wild, what's going on? Nikola Jokic back in the UCW arena for some reason, ladies and gentlemen, taking pictures of my talent, distracting King Hipsta. Briggs catches him with a huge rolling elbow. This is not how I wanted this guy. You make custom characters in Universe. Sweet, brother, sweet. King Hipsta able to kick out, thankfully, after the interruption from the paparazzi, who look a lot like the Denver Nuggets starting center, Nikola Jokic, 2-time MVP. Going for another cover. Only a count of 2 this time. King Hipsta able to fight back out, still in this match. Big punch to the face. These two men now seeing who is stronger. Catches him with a big punch. Hipsta wanting more. Eats another. Darren Briggs catches the chop across the chest from King Hipsta, and Hipsta eats 2 as a response. Beast, what's going on, brother? Big chop across the chest from Darren Briggs. These two men now throwing incredible haymakers at each other, trying to see who will get the upper hand or tire out faster. I'm doing good, brother. How are you? You're all good, Beast. You are all good. Clown, welcome to the YouTube chat as well. King Hipsta out of nowhere, rolling Darren Briggs up. Only a count of 2, not quite enough to take away the championship. Slams the chair down across the body of Darren Briggs. And once again, has your character had any matches? Did you upload your character, brother? What's your character's name? King Hipsta. Huge punches to the face of Darren Briggs. He busts him wide open on the outside. He's not done. He's headed underneath the ring. Hipsta catches him. Big kick to the gut. Pedigree on the outside. Making his way back in. How do you upload? All you have to do is whenever you're uploading your character, with the hashtags part, just put UCWUU or UCWEF, and then let me know that you did it. I can get you in after the stream. Got to upload it, bro. I'm sorry, tired now. I'm forgetting stuff. You're all good, Beast. I just said how to do it, so you're all good, man. Whenever you get a chance, he'll get in here, brother. Join the Discord is preferred. It is definitely preferred. Just because, you know, promos and stuff like that, see announcements and stuff, be more involved. It is definitely preferred. Discord also has instructions on how to do it. Darren Briggs throws the steel steps down on top of King Hipsta. Darren Briggs on the outside. Huge move. He needs to get King Hipsta back into the ring if he has any hope of winning back his champion. The big knee to the face. This is sick. I'm subscribing. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. I'm a little hot right now, so my commentary is not where I want it to be. It's a little warm in here. I'm going to move it after the match. Thank you. I honestly didn't know if it was pointed at me directly or not. Briggs gets Hipsta back into the ring. He's going up to the top rope. What's he looking for? Taking aim. Hipsta makes his way up to his feet. Big arm drag from Darren Briggs off the top rope. He's going for the trash can. Hipsta back up to his feet. Catches him. Big cutter. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Darren Briggs still not saying die. He's going up to the top rope. King Hipsta, is that enough? 1, 2. Still only a count of 2 for the challenger. The frustration very obvious on his face at this point. He heads back outside the ring. Grabbing another set of steel steps. Almost said chairs. We're not going to talk about it. He heads through the ropes. Misses the big elbow. What's the ideal overall rating? So it depends on what show you want to be on. The great thing about it, brother, is I can lower it to whatever I need it to be, so you are all good on that one. Hipsta sure did say F your trash can. He sure did say F your trash can. Briggs makes his way back up to his feet. Come on, Hipsta, finish this fool. Exactly. The Hipsta is obviously the fan favorite in this one. The bruising across the back of Darren Briggs. Another cutter from King Hipsta. Is that enough, ladies and gentlemen? 1, 2, 3. No! Darren Briggs kicks out at 2. What shows are there? So we've got Overdrive, Prime, and Breakdown. Breakdown is our extreme show. Overdrive is more of our flagship Raw style show. And then Prime is our developmental show. Do not mess with the AI tendencies. No, don't mess with your AI tendencies. That's all I ask. Leave your AI tendencies exactly how they're supposed to be. I can put your overall at whatever it needs to be. If you want to be on Prime, starting overall is 75. It goes up to 81. Breakdown, 81 to 100. Overdrive, 81 to 100. Hipsta's up to the top rope. He wants Darren Briggs back up on his feet. Goes off the top. Huge crossbody. I said top. Don't talk. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Big stomp across the back of the head of Darren Briggs. No, Darren Briggs is not getting up that title without a fight. You are completely right, 77. King Hipsta with a table on the outside. Perhaps a little sneak peek to what we're going to see later tonight when Supreme Knight takes on Barry Ryan. A big combo of punches on the outside from King Hipsta. Rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes. Big elbow to the top of the head. How many wrestlers do you have in all your shows? So the main shows have about 35 to 42, and then Prime has about 22 at the moment. Words are hard. Words are hard. They get very difficult very quickly. Shout out Rad, shout out Clown. I have a speech impediment. Throwing the steel steps down on the body of Darren Briggs. Hipsta needs to get him back into the ring if he wants to win this belt. Down on the top of his head. Darren Briggs doing a lot of damage to the challenger. I gotta get the "that's a lot of damage" thing to be one of the sound effects. We definitely gotta get that. Chair shot to the top of the head from Darren Briggs to King Hipsta. Taking out a lot of frustration, it looks like. That chair is bent and bruised and battered. Putting it through hell just like he's put his opponent. He gets Hipsta back onto the inside of the ring. Gets him up to his feet. Hipsta with a reversal. Gets him over his knee. Once again with the trash can. This time he's going to use it. Throws it back down on top of his opponent. Feeling the energy of the crowd. Catches him with a big punch. Hipsta once again. Cutter connects. 1, 2, 3. King Hipsta is your new Fighting Spirit champion, ladies and gentlemen. A hard-fought battle. In my opinion, the better man came away with the belt. I do this in Universe. The shows are Pin to Watch, which is SmackDown, and the rest are regular shows. So I have a custom Universe as well. I'm in the process of making it. It's going to be on my gaming channel, though. This one is completely independent from WWE, AEW, all of that. It's all community creations that say use on Twitch or on YouTube, or it's the guys from the community. The belts are completely custom made. All of their entrance music is completely custom made. That's more in the works, though. GG's to King Hipsta for sure. Big congratulations, my brother. Very well-deserved, hard-fought, and very much earned. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, we've got Amy Cooper taking on Hayley Webb in a completely normal rules matchup to represent the Women's Heritage Division. This one is sure to be a hell of a match. The Overdrive Women's Division is always one to see. So let's get into the arena, ladies and gentlemen. Making their way to the ring first, we've got none other than, I believe, Amy Cooper. Can't wait to get the stream deck set up. Can't wait. Amy Cooper, a couple matches under her belt in UCW thus far. Not many wins to take away to home, though. Looking to change the losing streak here tonight, make it back onto her feet, get back towards the goal. their way to the ring next. Her opponent in her UCW Overdrive debut, if I can find her music. We've got the one and only Hayley Webb making her way through Gorilla right now. Yes, sir, we do tag teams. I said do. But we do indeed do tag teams. The tag team championships of Overdrive are actually on the line here tonight in the co-main event. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, a UCW debut here tonight. Not much to say about the new talent brought to the Heritage Division, but I'm sure it's to be one hell of a match. Tag team called Back Alley from New York, Manhattan. Cool, brother, cool. You want to get them both posted, that's completely fine. We also allow for tag team competitors to fight for singles titles. Not usually the world title, we do.
Either way, it's checkmate.
If you join the Discord, we do have a self-promo tab where you are more than welcome to do it. We do try and keep it out of stream chat, though. I know it doesn't say he's a moderator, but Clown is a moderator. He's not some random person being that. He's a moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is underway. A collar and elbow tie-up to start us off. Our longtime fans know that I do not like it when matches start this way because it's really hard to call at the very beginning. Hayley Webb taking aim at her opponent early on. That's a botch. That's a botch. I'm not even gonna call that one. I'm not, because like she barely hit her. She barely punched her. That's not how that actually works. Hayley Webb up to the top rope. You do shorts. Cool, brother, cool. Throws her into the corner. Hayley Webb with a reversal, another collar and elbow tie-up. These two women trying to figure out who is the strongest competitor in this match. Amy Cooper backs her down into the corner, hits her with the cheap shot. Ref, you can't allow too many of those. She gets her from behind, pause, drops her down on her knee, and then a knee drop to the neck. Big DDT. The newcomer with a pin. Hayley Webb not even getting a 2 count. Entrances are cool. I appreciate it, brother. The music times out way better than I was planning. That is truly a blessing. I'd love to say that I timed them to it, but I was making the songs and just hoping it worked. Big drop kick to the face of Amy Cooper from Miss Webb. Now stomping down on her hands. Cooper makes her way back up to her feet. Big reversal. Another collar and elbow tie-up. These two competitors hell-bent on figuring out who is the better woman. It's also honestly the best place for people to click on your links too, like just a little pro knowledge. It's very rare that people will leave what they're doing to go check out your thing, unless it sounds really cool. But if they see it in Discord and the person who's active, who like the fan base that you're attracting, if they see it in Discord and they're not actively doing something, it's a great way to get seen. Just, you know, pro tip. You're good, brother. You're good. You can talk about your tag team all you want. I'm very interested in them. Hayley Webb takes out Amy Cooper, going for a cover. A count of 2. Amy Cooper able to kick out. Hayley Webb thought she had this one in the bag. The ref kind of blocking her from getting to her opponent. Drop kick lays out Webb. Amy Cooper. Fist gets caught. Webb keeping the momentum up. A reversal of the reversal. Big kick to the face. And a knee as well. A chop across the chest. She's got the leg tied up in the ropes. Big punch connects. Hayley Webb once again taking aim on her opponent. She's got her by the head. Throws her into the ropes. Huge knee to the face from Hayley Webb lays out Amy Cooper, who is the UCW World Champ. So, the UCW Breakdown World Champion is Mr. Clown Prince 1981 himself, better known as Joka. Mr. Sharks. Very nice. Very big fan of that name. How you doing, brother? Throws Hayley Webb over his hip, and then the UCW World Heavyweight Champion is Adam Thomas. That is me. Webb has her up on her shoulders. Amy Cooper able to get out of the way. Big super kick lays out her opponent. She's going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Trying to stomp down on the hand. Gets out of the way. She's got her by the back of the head. Huge elbows to the body. Miss Webb fighting out. You can't say don't laugh, brother. You can't. Off the top rope. I didn't see if it was a frog splash or not, so I'm not going to call it a frog splash, but it was big. That's what I did see. I mean, yeah, I guess. I see where you're coming from. Big elbow. Amy Cooper. Big move. Sends her opponent flying across the ring. It was a frog. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought I saw the little compression, but like I didn't want to miscall it. That's what. Hey. 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 Rude. Thank you, Hazard, for understanding. He's a little bit of a bulldog. Don't mind him. He means well. Going for a choke. Amy Cooper trying to take out Hayley Webb. It looks pretty deep. She's fighting out of it. Hayley Webb with a reversal. Able to get out of the choke. Big knee misses. Big punch to the back of the head from Amy Cooper sends Hayley Webb spilling down onto the mat. Up to the top rope. Leg drop connects from Amy Cooper. Hayley Webb back up to her feet. Big clothesline. These women are going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Hayley Webb throws Amy Cooper into the ropes. Huge knee connects once again. Not even going for a cover. Stomping down on her opponent's hand. Amy Cooper back up to her feet. Up to the top. Misses the headbutt. Meets the knee of Hayley Webb. Amy Cooper not in a good position. As I say that, she gets a reversal. And another reversal from Hayley. A huge knee. Both of these women going back and forth. Huge punch to the face. Down on the top of her head, Hayley Webb. Now stomping down on the face of Amy Cooper. Dragging her into the middle of the ring. One can only assume to go for a cover, I hope. No. Cooper meets her at the top of the head with a big kick. Bouncing her face off the turnbuckles. And a reversal from Hayley Webb. Into the corner. Meets the kick. Both of these women not giving any inch to their opponent. Amy Cooper targeting the legs of Hayley Webb. Big kicks across the face. You're going to meet Rikishi. That's super cool, CJ. I might meet Mick Foley next month. I haven't decided if I want to go yet. There's a lot of things that are going on next month. Hayley Webb going for a cover on Amy Cooper. The referee smacking the shit out of Amy Cooper as she's going for that pin. Hayley Webb wants her opponent up on her feet. What's she looking for? She's got her up on her shoulders. Drops her back down, going for the cover. 1, 2, no! Amy Cooper kicks out. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I try a little bit. I go through a lot of water, a lot of caffeine, but we don't talk about that. Amy Cooper sitting in the corner. Hayley Webb blowing her a kiss goodbye, it looks like. Knees to the side of the face. What are the pay-per-views called if they're custom? So the one that we have actually had is behind closed doors. It's more of a steel cage, Hell in a Cell themed one. And then the next one that's coming up in less than 2 weeks is Blood Oath. That one is just a cool name. It's going to be a cool arena. A submission attempt from Hayley Webb. Amy Cooper does not tap, though. Hayley Webb lets the hold go. Almost slipped up. Big punch from Amy Cooper. Going for the cover. Only a count of 2. Amy Cooper now the one blowing the final kiss to Hayley Webb. Big knee to the side of the face. She rolls her over. The ref trying to wake up the commentator by smacking the competitor by smacking the shit out of her face. Hey, Joker's rise might be onto something, man. That's all I'm saying. The refs have been getting paid off recently in UCW. Just by the way, some things have kind of gone. We've had a couple of things that haven't happened, a couple of things that have happened that shouldn't, a couple of counts that just don't exist. Amy Cooper tuning up the band. Big kick connects to Hayley Webb. Not enough. I read Helena, and I thought Helena Handbasket was in the chat. I was like, holy shit. UCW last gen AI character in the house. Hire Dean Ambrose or something. UCW is completely separate than AEW and WWE, brother. It's a completely custom AI versus AI E-Fed. So we don't do that. We have a custom universe coming in a couple of weeks where Dean Ambrose will probably be in it, but as John Moxley, not Dean Ambrose. Big DDT. Hayley Webb trying to keep the pressure on Amy Cooper. Both these women have to be at the end of the tank, ladies and gentlemen. Reversal after reversal. This has been a technical showcase. Into the ropes. Hayley Webb catches her. Drops Amy Cooper down on her neck. Going for the cover. 3. Hayley Webb takes away the victory, ladies and gentlemen. An incredible match. A true showcase of strength from both of them. UCW is a new E-Fed. This is actually the 1 month anniversary of UCW being an E-Fed. So thank you to everybody being here. It means a lot to me. We've grown a whole hell of a lot in the last month since I made the switch from 6 shows to 3 shows and took the 3 shows more serious. Very glad that you all enjoy it. Impromptu Iron Woman match. Really, yeah. We actually have Iron Woman matches, and that one, we didn't even have to have it be 2 out of 3 falls for it to go 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, we've got Nolan Omega taking on John Styles in a no-holds-barred match. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the ring first, we have none other than the man himself, one of the founding members of this roster, and still your UCW Tag Team Extreme Champion. One half of them anyway. Nolan Omega, ladies and gentlemen. All about you, brother. No, it's all about all of us. There's room. DT, kick his ass. Fight him. He's doing the thing. A truly dominant competitor in the UCW tag team divisions. This man right here has shifted his target just a little bit to the Continental Championship, though. But obviously that opportunity has to be earned. You know, Ricky Thomas is somewhere in the arena, probably in the rafters, looking down at the ring right now, taking a look at who could be coming for his belt. Unscripted Violence Stream Team are all equal. How dare you? Exactly, Joker's Rise. Exactly. Get on him. Get at him. 77. Exactly. Omega is mid. Which one is he? This is Nolan. Don't talk shit about Nolan. Ethan's the one we don't like. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring, none other than the man himself, John Styles, making his UCW debut. An incredible competitor known around to all types of E-Feds, John Styles, a true legend. Another man coming from a couple different companies, saying he wants to make UCW the place where he makes the biggest impact this far, alongside them. Nolan's the one that caught these hands verbally. It's Sean Spears' entrance. It's a couple of different entrances combined. Do you have other wrestling games or only 2k25? So I have 2k24. I have a bunch of them, actually. I'm trying to find the SmackDown vs. Raw games currently.
never fall, we only rise.
John Styles, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite competitors and one of the ones that I'm the most excited for. Obviously, King Hipsta was one of those as well. He took the championship away like I was hoping he would.
No style like mine. I'm S-T-Y-L-E-S. King of the fight, no second guess. S-T-Y-L-E-S. Every step I take's a title defense. Style like mine, I was born to shine. When the lights go up, it's my time to climb. They try to break me.
And brutally. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mine now, watch me take it. Oh, no style like mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one is sure to be action-packed and one hell of a debut for Mr. John Styles. If you send me a wrestler, will I make the music for you? Yes, sir. Of course I will. If they're a part of UCW anyway. If they are a part of UCW, I will make the music for them. That is the only stipulation, is they have to be a part of my roster for me to make music for them. Nolan Omega gets caught by a big punch to the face. John Styles putting on a hell of a performance early on. Gets him up on his shoulders. Big power bomb. John Styles lays out Nolan Omega. The ref slapping Nolan in the face too. You got money on this one too, ref? Up to the middle rope. John Styles. Huge move. Showing off the obvious experience difference. Nolan throws him over his hip. Off the bottom rope. Able to connect with the moonsault. Trying to shift the pendulum just a little bit in his favor. Big knee drop from Nolan Omega. Over the top rope, Omega connects with a very sloppy move, if you ask me. I mean the refs. Okay. Nolan Omega up to the top rope. John Styles right there waiting. Gets out of the way of the big leg drop. Misses the double axe handle. Not exactly what you want to see. Off the middle rope, the leg drop does connect though. Let me turn that off. John Styles looks very fired up. Catches Nolan Omega with a huge punch to the face. Folds him up. Going for the cover. Ladies and gentlemen, John Styles. A count of two very early on in this match. Nolan Omega coming off of a very big night last night. That could be the only excuse he has for why he has not performed to his usual capacity. Big kick to the face out of nowhere. I might have pissed him off. Going for the cover. One. Only a count of none, actually. Not even a one. The ref's hand hit the mat, but whatever. Into the ropes. Nolan Omega. Big attitude adjustment to John Styles. He picks up that baseball bat. Styles wants none of that. Big shoulder tackle takes out his opponent. Kick to the face. Misses the big kick. Nolan Omega, drop kick to the legs. Elbow to the body from John Styles. He's got his armbar locked in. Nolan Omega not in a good position. He's fighting out. Able to release the pressure on his shoulder. He's got him up on his shoulders once again. John Styles able to fight out. Nolan catches the arm. Flips him over. John Styles underneath the ropes. On the outside, Nolan Omega with that baseball bat in hand. This does not look good. Styles catches him. Through the ropes, big spear. Omega back up to his feet. Catches the head of John Styles. Throws him back down onto the mat, going for the cover. Nolan Omega thinks he's done enough to win this championship. Not a championship. What am I talking about? Not a championship match. Double axe handle from Nolan Omega. Lays out John Styles. Throws him into the ropes. Sling blade down onto the bat. Omega going for the cover. 1, 2. You must have worked really hard for this. A lot of sleepless nights, brother. A lot of sleepless nights. Clown, Rat, a lot of the people in chat actually can attest. It's been a lot of sleepless nights to get to. Oh my God! John Styles off the top rope. Just laid out Nolan Omega. Shovel in hand. Nolan Omega slips a shovel across the back. What is sleep? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, Nightbot won't let me take the caps things off YouTube. I checked for like 40 minutes last night. I went through and changed everything. Did VIPs and stuff like that. It just wouldn't do anything for me. Huge stomp to the back of the head of Nolan Omega. John Styles. 1. Only a count of 2. I know I said 1 when 2 popped up. We're not going to talk about it. John Styles in the corner, taking aim at his opponent. He wants him up on his feet. What's he looking for? Nolan Omega gets out of the way of the huge elbow across the back.
What do they mean?
Road Trip, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. How'd you find us? Where are you from? Nightbot, hi, did you help with UCW? Nightbot is the most useful and helpful thing in UCW. It does all of the announcements in chat and does all the things that I don't have to do anymore. Nolan Omega, blue mist in the eyes of John Styles out of nowhere. Now attacking him with the baseball bat. We've had a lot of mistings happen in UCW in the last couple of days. I wonder if Joka has any part in that. A lot of people who have never had any type of this action now making things happen. An attitude adjustment from Nolan Omega to a distracted and discombobulated John Styles. He's still able to kick out. Just randomly scrolling on 2k25. Well, thank you for picking us to be your landing spot. I appreciate the follow, brother. He is a bot that work in the night and day. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Nolan Omega, another cover on John Styles. Another kick out. John Styles showing the resilience that he's picked up throughout his long career. Into the ropes. Nolan Omega gets out of the way. John Styles catches him with a clothesline on the end of it. He's got him. Head trap, drops him down. Big DDT from John Styles. Taking aim once again on Nolan Omega. Big elbow connects this time. Nolan Omega gets laid out. Is this the end of this match, ladies and gentlemen? 1, 2, no. Only a count of 2 for John Styles. Clown, do you happen to have Supreme Knight's music? And if you do, can you send it to me? He still hasn't sent it to me. John Styles looking for another elbow across the back of head. It connects. Nolan Omega just took 2 of those. The lights have gone out. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? This is the second interruption we've had here in UCW. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Ethan Omega's music is playing. I didn't know that was going to happen, or I would have actually played it. He came out and helped his brother win last week on Overdrive. Is that how it's going to go again? Another attitude adjustment. Only a count of 2. John Styles still able to fight out. Nolan Omega taking his frustration out, beating the hell out of him. He's got him up on his shoulders, slams him down, huge power bomb out of nowhere from John Styles. You have TXW's version of it? Well, I mean, I'm fine with using that if you're fine with me using it. If not, I have songs he can use for the time being. It's no big deal. Nolan Omega, huge kick to the face of John Styles. He goes up to the top rope. Frog splash misses. Huge knee to the face. John Styles takes complete advantage of the mishap from Nolan Omega. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Nolan Omega gets caught. Nolan Omega throwing John Styles into the corner. There we go, bet, we got it. Nolan Omega going for a cover. 2, only a count of 2. John Styles not going down. Unbeatable, truly. Coffin drop off the middle rope. Hockey stick in hand, Nolan Omega takes it across the neck of John Styles. Also just made my own universe, but it turned out terrible. You just got to keep working at it, Road Trip. Just got to keep working at it, brother. Sorry, I just saw that. If you are interested in joining this one, though, all you got to do is join the Discord, then check out the How to Become United tab. That'll give you all the information you need to know on how to get on the roster. Then you can be like Mr. Nolan Omega and Mr. John Styles here. Taking aim once again. Huge elbow across the back of the head of Nolan Omega. John Styles going for the cover. Most likely for the final time. Takes the W away in his UCW debut. An incredible performance from the veteran. An incredible performance from both of these men. John Styles taking away the victory at the very end of it. Holy shit. Holy shit. This man feels like LeBron James right now. He brought his talent to South Beach. Holy hell, that was probably a 5-star match, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion. If we think it is. Poll, or Clown. Can we get a poll in chat? Do we want to vote that as a 5-star match? John Styles versus Nolan Omega. But ladies and gentlemen, up next, we've got another UCW debut in store for all of you. Reverend Supreme Knight takes on the badass Barry Ryan right here, right now. Making their way to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, none other than the Holy Warrior of the Ring. A badass and a towering figure. The father of professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Supreme Knight, also known as the owner and leader, booker, creative management, all those things for TCW. Another member of the Unscripted Violence stream team. If you have not checked him out, be sure to go check it out. An incredible content creator. One of my favorite people on the internet. Who won the last match? John Styles won, Hipsta. You messed up. That's fine. We're here now. What'd you do? Three-star Clown, did I not prove myself enough? I don't know what this poll looks like. Hold on. 3-star? We're gonna act like that says 5. We're gonna act like that says 5. You got my vote, Joker. Now, ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring. The Trust Fund Terror. The badass himself, Barry Ryan.
Generational wealth, peasant.
Jacob Beadle, you are all good, brother. No donations required. Your support in the view time is all that matters to me. I appreciate it. If you're interested in joining, check out the Discord. It is linked in the YouTube channel description. You can check the How to Become United channel. That's the best way to do it.
I don't wrestle, I invest. Pain, you're broke, I trademark the name. Filthy rich, I walk on gold. Turn heat up and watch you fold. Money talks, mine screams louder.
Yes, that is completely fine, 77. You are all good.
Expire, now you're broke and I'm on fire. Call daddy's lawyer, it's a massacre in a monogram suit.
So I book mine myself. I book all my cards myself. But the best way to do it is go into your match card for the show, change it to where it has championship matches on it. Oh, he's got something planned for TXW tonight. Don't you worry about that, my friend. Don't you worry about that, my friend. The multitasking is completely acceptable in that regard. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a tables match. We need to be reminded of that because I definitely did not say it. Supreme Knight towering over Barry Ryan in this one, showing the dominance of the big man early. Supreme Knight is throwing him around. No, Clown. That was just a general, like, WWE Universe mode thing. That was, as far as I know, that wasn't promoting. That was just like a general Universe mode problem. And I actually know a little bit about that because I had my own universe before I started doing eFeds. If that's what it was, that's completely fine. That is completely fine. If it was, I don't think that was in any way promoting. Barry Ryan stomping on the back head of Reverend Supreme Knight. The fan is now blowing in my eye. That's unfortunate. Reverend Supreme Knight, big punches across the face of Barry Ryan. Keeping the pressure on. He's setting up a table. You need to promote this chocolate Kit Kat you just ate. Go off, brother. Pop off in chat. Give me that ad. That's what I thought, Road Trip. You're all good, brother. Like I said, the best way to do it is whenever you're making your custom match card for your show, all you have to do is make it to where matches actually, like you can, on the side where it says like main event championship, just make sure that little championship bubble is selected. That'll make it to where the possibility of championship matches will happen. What I used to do is I would have like last man standing and then like last man standing for a lower percentage for championship matches, just so you would still get regular matches, but also had championship matches that would happen on your regular shows. It was delicious, just letting you know. Thank you, Nelly. The closest thing I got is this little Nature Valley bar right here. That's my after stream snack though. Reverend Supreme Knight whooping up on Barry Ryan. Sets up the table once again. Let me get rid of their names and the little star counter thing. Almost puts himself through the table. Big elbow drop. Barry Ryan up against the table. Reverend Supreme Knight has him up on his shoulders. Barry Ryan with a reversal. Power bomb. Able to fight out. Big kick to the gut from Barry Ryan. Supreme Knight with a reversal, flips him over. Big slam incoming. Supreme Knight just decimated Barry Ryan with that. He throws him into the table. This is a tables match, yes sir. Supreme Knight going for a power bomb. He gets the victory over Barry Ryan, ladies and gentlemen. Supreme Knight in his UCW debut, walking out with an easy victory against Barry Ryan, making it look simple. Truly a gift to the UCW roster. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to go check out TCW on YouTube and on Twitch. On Twitch, he's Dr. Supreme Knight. On YouTube, he is Triple Crown Wrestling. An incredible guy, great shows, great commentary, and he's funny as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kliq, J and D Newton, will be putting the World Tag Team Championships on the line here tonight against Carl Hammett and Ray Hughes, of the Grapple division in a TLC match. Next, ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring first, they are your UCW World Tag Team Champions, known around these parts as the Kliq. They are J and D Newton. Tag team champions for 30 days exactly.
We don't run two fists, one name. We don't fight, we hunt these swing like a hammer, J strike like a blade. Y'all talk legacy, we carve it in pain. From a gutter to the gold, every step is real. Ain't a thing we ain't earned, ain't a match we don't kill. Talk tough, we last. Step up, you crash. We break teams like glass. No need to look back.
Two incredible talents taking away the victory on the first ever episode of Overdrive and running away with the tag division at the same time. That will soon be Back Alley's title. Let's see, brother, let's see. Get him uploaded and we'll find out. Clown, this one worked out really well, bro.
Kliq in the building. Kliq in the building. Linked in blood, we don't fold, we don't run. Two fists, one name, we don't fight, we hunt these swing like a hammer, J strike like a blade.
Y'all can't see the smile on my face, but I'm very happy with how this one turned out. Ladies and gentlemen, and their opponents making their way down to the ring now. They are Carl Hammett and Ray Hughes, the Grapple Division, USA made.
In the ring, we apply and dissect. No flips, no tricks, just hooks to the neck. Control on the mat, we don't miss our
It's the Street Profits entrance hazard.
tap or snap, that's the ownership.
Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Talking shit to the Kliq on the outside of the ring. The Grapple Division seem to be ready for this match to begin, ladies and gentlemen. A better look at your World Tag Team Championships.
Chessboards flip, 2 steps ahead.
It's always this song first. And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, your World Tag Team Champions. And the Grapple Division, their opponents. If you are new here, we leave the names up at the bottom during the tag team matches so I can tell what the hell is going on. It gets a little hard to understand who is who and what is what. It's also a whole lot of, damn, he just did that. Jay Newton on the outside. He's got Ray Hughes. John Zettelmoyer. Extreme, yes sir. This is not our extreme show, but things do get kind of extreme. We have TLC matches and things like that. If you're interested in extreme, go check out the videos on YouTube. We got Breakdown, that is our extreme show, and our last gen show was Awakening. D. Newton gets thrown inside. Off the top rope, big move misses. Jay Newton catches him, big DDT off the middle rope. Double axe handle. Carl Hammett on the outside, going underneath the ring, grabbing a steel chair. Big clothesline takes out Jay Newton. D. Newton fighting back against the man who just laid out his brother. It does not work well for him. That steel chair, back in hand, lays out Jay. Doing good, long draining day of doctor's appointments, but I gotta do what I gotta do to be healthy. Yes sir, yes sir. Gotta stay healthy. Table set up on the outside by D. Newton. Jay Newton on the inside with Ray Hughes. That is Carl Hammett, not Ray Hughes. I apologize. Carl Hammett eats a big chair shot to the face. I think they will retain. Maybe a good look, Hazard. Maybe a good look. The Kliq have shown nothing but dominance whenever they've been in the ring. Kind of called fake champions. They've only defended once. They had that one title defense. They got away with it and then haven't competed since. They might be a little rusty. The Grapple Division have earned their way to this contenders match, fighting every week up to this point to get here. It started off with Carl Hammett winning a triple threat match to get him and his team into a #1 contenders match against the North. They defeated the North last week for this opportunity here tonight, and they are proving that they earned it. All right, brother, see you on the other side, my man. Let me put this in real quick. Let me just do this. Y'all don't see what's happening. Of course I want Pokemon Go to use my location both times. Of course I want Pokemon Go to use my location. D. Newton up on the top of the ladder. He's got one hand on the belt. Jay Newton keeping all the competition away from his brother. He's got both hands on it. He might pull it down. He isn't successful at pulling it down, though. So sad about Hogan. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all I want to say about that. That was very controversial. I made a TikTok about it and haven't heard the end of it yet. 24 hours is all I asked, man. Ray Hughes flips D. Newton over his hip. Double axe handle misses as both of the, not Street Profits, the Kliq are in the ring. I blame that on the fact they look very similar. He's got him draped over the top rope. Big punch does not land. Jay Newton sets up the ladder. Carl Hammett and Ray Hughes both going to war with D. Newton. Ray Hughes changes his mind. Big elbows to the body from Jay Newton as he gets a reversal. Throws him into the corner. Big elbow connects. Double axe handle from D. Newton as well. Jay Newton catches him with an elbow. DDT lands. Jay Newton laid out by himself. Ray Hughes alone in the ring with both of the Kliq. D. Newton doing a lot of damage. Jay decides to go up to the top to take out Carl Hammett on the outside. Big drop kick barely connects. D. Newton doing a lot of damage on the inside. Jay Newton setting up the ladder. No, he can't get to it, so he goes up to the top of the ropes. Frog splash lands. Ray Hughes takes a lot of damage with that one. Carl Hammett makes his way into the ring, trying to help his partner. Takes the legs out from underneath him. He's got him. Uranagi. Both of the Kliq are laid out. You have put so much work into this. I appreciate it, brother. I definitely did. I'm not going to sell myself short. There were a lot of nights of working at it from about 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. Whether it was arenas, people, logos, things like that. It was a lot. Belts especially. Belts have been what's keeping me up the most recently, just to be honest. Ray Hughes on the inside of the ring with a table. Carl Hammett grabbing another ladder. D. Newton takes out Ray. Now he's going for Carl. Big punch to the gut. Jay takes him off the side of the ring. A little bit of a vulgar gesture towards his opponent. D. Newton setting up that ladder, it looks like. He's got it in the middle of the ring. Jay on the inside. Ray Hughes, or Carl Hammett, laying in the corner, helpless. Jay is up on the top of that ladder. He's got one hand on it. D catches him, rolls him over. Jay, both hands on the title. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Tag Team Championships are coming home. All of the work of the Grapple division is gone to waste. The Kliq retain. What an incredible match here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. An incredible showing from both of these teams. But the Kliq come home with the belts. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event of the evening. We've got the UCW Women's World Champion. I told you they would retain. Yes, you did. GG's from SupremeKnight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Women's World Champion, Sammy Lee, will defend against Joka's favorite brat, Dizzy. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Is that the correct verbiage? I was going to say right hand, but I think I've heard him say that. And then Jade Tempest in her UCW debut. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event. Get the popcorn, get the drinks, get hype in chat. Let's get ready to go. It is sure to be one hell of a match. The ring announcer in the middle of the ring letting everybody know what is sure to happen next. Making their way to the ring first, we've got, like I said, Joka's right-hand woman. Windstorm is coming. 77 is putting a warning out there. Dizzy, ladies and gentlemen, the right hand of all of the chaos in TXW. An introvert in Joka's main reign of terror coming to UCW. Very, very scary. Very, very scary.
On skin, broken bones, but she won't yield. Strength from deep within. She owns the battleground field. Challenge comes, they doubt the force, but
skipping around the ring, surely an intimidation tactic. You have to wonder. Am I having a stroke? Tornado VR, how's it going, brother? Welcome to the YouTube chat.
Her world spins dark, but she stands tall. Blood and sweat, a battle song. Dizzy won't ever fall.
This is the main event, and then the stream will end. Yes, sir. If you have Twitch, come check us out on Twitch on that link. That'll send you to Twitch, and then we're going to go raid out to Clown Prince himself at the end of this one. We're going to go catch TXW. Ladies and gentlemen, making her way to the ring for her UCW debut. As 77 said, the windstorm is not just coming, it has completely arrived. Tornado, thank you for the sub on YouTube, brother. I appreciate it.
Storm's coming.
A dominating figure known with the likes of the Archangel Azrael Black. Sadly, if you did not see last night, ladies and gentlemen, Azrael Black lost the Deathlock Championship and very quickly enacted the rematch clause. It was announced earlier today that he would be facing, I'm blanking on his name, Ace Anderson. He'll be facing Ace Anderson this Thursday on Breakdown in a 2 out of 3 falls submission-only match. That one is going to be an incredible show. Be sure not to miss it. Subscribe or follow to get the notification. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, she is your UCW Women's World Champion. A legacy in her own right. Sammy Lee, ladies and gentlemen, making her way down to the ring. Tornado, if you're looking to join UCW, if you have Discord, check out the description of the YouTube channel. It has the link to the Discord. You can join that way. Check out the How to Become United tab. That has all the information you need to know to how to get put on the roster. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our last entrant. The champion is here, and that's a better look at her prize. Will it be hers by the end of the night? That is what we are all here to find out, ladies and gentlemen. This is the main event. We are about to see a battle. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is now underway. The bell rings, the match begins. Sammy Lee taking out Jade Tempest very early on. Dizzy rolling her over. Big kick to the side. Up to the top rope. Huge punches. Sammy Lee trying to get Jade Tempest out of the way, focusing on Dizzy, the woman who attacked her at the end of her last match on UCW. There's obviously a little bit of tension there. Jade Tempest might be a better idea to stay on the outside of the ring and let these women go at it themselves. Catches her, takes her down. Dizzy gets caught by a huge kick off the ropes from the Tempest. Crowd crazy noise. Dizzy catches Jade Tempest with a huge drop kick. Sammy Lee with a big combo, doing as much damage as possible. Flips her over. She's got the head trapped. Bouncing the face off the mat. Jade Tempest doing a lot of damage to the champion. Bouncing her face off. A whole lot of damage from Tempest. Sammy Lee taking a lot of the brunt. Dizzy throws a trash can into the ring. Throws her over. Big elbow to the face. A pin attempt on Dizzy. She kicks out at 1. Collar and elbow tie up. She's got her up. Drops her down. Rolls her up. Dizzy going for a cover on the champion. Only a count of none. Not enough. Big elbow to the back. Sammy Lee catches Dizzy with a kick to the gut. Flips her over. Another cover attempt from Dizzy. Only a count of 1. Big elbows to the body. Puts up time watching. I don't put their names, but whoop, Rip Hogan. Yep, something like that, sir. Something like that. Welcome to the chat, brother. We're glad to have you. Hopefully you stick around. Come see us multiple times. Jade Tempest waiting for Dizzy to get up to her feet. She's got her by the back of the head. Big punch. Sammy Lee catches her. Shot to the chest. She's up against the ropes. Sammy Lee on the outside, feeling the energy of the crowd. She's got her by the back of the head. Bouncing the faces together. Dizzy showing complete control in this match. Big elbow to the back. Big knees as well. Jade catches Sammy Lee with a huge kick to the face off the ropes. Catches her with a kick. Stomping down on her hands. Jade Tempest catches the champion with a massive kick to the back. Up to the top rope. Jade Tempest catches her. Huge move off the top, going for a cover. 1. Only a count of 1. Sammy Lee able to kick out. Big headbutt from the Tempest. Dizzy takes out the legs from underneath her. Heads outside. She grabs a weapon, steel chair in hand. Jade Tempest sets up a table. Big chair shot across the back. Sounds good, brother. However, you gotta watch. She's got her by the back. Big headlock and a punch to the face. Drops the knees down. Going for a cover on Jade Tempest. Only a count of 2. Dizzy gets caught by a huge elbow from the champion. Throws her into the table. Sammy Lee seems to have gotten caught on Dizzy's face. Drops the knees down on the body. Huge kick to the gut. Dizzy catches her. Big clothesline takes out the champion. Jade Tempest doing anything possible to walk out with the gold. Double team from Sammy Lee and Dizzy. Elbow drop misses. Jade Tempest not in a good position. Dizzy going for a cover. Only a count of 1 on the champion. Bouncing her face off. Sammy Lee, DDT. Laying out Dizzy. Jade Tempest in the ring, ready for her. She's got her up. Big move from Jade Tempest to the champion. Good shit, Hazard. Good shit. Welcome to the Twitch, brother. Missing the chair shot. Dizzy takes out Jade Tempest. Dizzy sets the table on fire. Working the champion into the corner. Jade Tempest makes her way up to her feet. Calling that the Eye of the Tempest. Sounds good. Sounds good, brother. Dizzy now in front of that table that she lit on fire. Catching Jade Tempest. Huge combo to both women. Doing a lot of damage. She's got her up. Throws her over the ropes. Sammy Lee on the outside. Dizzy. She's got Jade Tempest by the back of the head. Tempest with a reversal. Big elbows to the body. Off the top rope. Misses. What's going on, Hazard? Welcome to Twitch. Of course, Dizzy starts a fire. Sledgehammer in hand. Big shots to the body. Jade Tempest lays out Dizzy with that sledgehammer in a car. Hey, watching on the go. Sounds good, brother. Table set up once again. Not sure how it's not on fire anymore. It was on fire 2 seconds ago. It got knocked over. I don't think that's how physics works, but we're going to ignore it, I guess. Big kick from Sammy Lee, misses. Jade Tempest has got Dizzy up against that table. Going for a Hurricane Rana, but Dizzy gets out of the way with a reversal, sends Tempest down onto her face. I didn't do that, that was Nightbot. I don't know what you were trying to spam though, but it has weird rules for spamming. Huge kick to the body from Dizzy. Into the, oh, no. Tempest breaks up the action. Throws Sammy Lee out of the ring. Dizzy catches Jade Tempest with a trash can to the face. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Gets caught. Dizzy's got Jade Tempest by the throat. Slams her down on her back. Heading up to the top rope. What's Dizzy looking to do, ladies and gentlemen? Absolute carnage on ringside. Catches her with the crossbody. Big elbow to the back of Sammy Lee. Dizzy throws her into the ropes. Clothesline, gets caught. Throws her down. Dizzy once again sets fire to that table. Sammy Lee knocking the table over as she rolls into the ring, setting the fire back out, probably for the better of everybody in this match. Nightbot's just an automatic bot, brother. Dropping the knee down onto the body of Sammy Lee twice. Dizzy looking like a very good pick for this championship match. Now working the back and then a stomp to the face of the champion, busting her open. Dizzy going for a cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Is that a threat? No. Stomping down on the legs, Dizzy. Standing moonsault into the body. Dropping the knees down onto Jade Tempest. Dizzy on the outside. Heading through the ropes. Sammy Lee gets taken out. Big kick to the body. Big neck breaker. Going for the cover. Dizzy breaks up the cover. Off the ropes. Big kick. What's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? Me and Nightbot next in the ring. Square up. I can get that done, brother. I can get that done. Dizzy sends Jade Tempest out onto the apron. She catches her going. No, not for a cover. Drops Sammy Lee down onto that steel chair, setting up a table once again. Big spear sends Jade Tempest spilling onto the outside. Sammy Lee slowly making her way up to her feet. Throws her into the table. Sammy Lee, she's got Dizzy right where she wants her, through the table. Dizzy just took a huge spill. Dropping Sammy Lee down onto her shoulders. Jade Tempest trying to take the champion with her. Steel chair in hand. Across the back. Sends Sammy Lee onto the outside. Fighting back. Takes out the legs from Jade Tempest. Dizzy catches her with a huge elbow. Big kick to the gut. Drops Dizzy down onto her knees. Sammy Lee going for a cover. Only a count of 2 for the champion. Still not enough to keep either of these challengers down. Huge chair shot lands. Sammy Lee takes out Jade Tempest. Working the leg now. Sammy Lee wants Dizzy up on her feet. Big kick to the gut. DDT on the way. Lays out Dizzy on the shards of the table. Is that enough for the champion to retain? Who will find out? Drops her down on her knees once again, going for the cover on Dizzy. 2. Only a count of 2. Misses the big punch. Sammy Lee takes out the legs underneath Jade Tempest. Dizzy back in control. The champion rolls out of the ring. Sledgehammer in hand. Dizzy going for the cover on Jade Tempest. Only a count of 2. Kendo stick across the face. Sammy Lee going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2 from Dizzy. Dizzy able to kick out. Nightbot about to need an ambulance. Jade Tempest catches Sammy Lee. Got a cover position, going for it. 3. We will have a new champion, ladies and gentlemen. Jade Tempest or Dizzy will be your new champion. Dizzy's got the neck of Jade Tempest, lays her out in the middle of the ring, stomps the knees down, going for another. Is that enough from Dizzy to keep Jade Tempest down? 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Jade Tempest still in this match. Steel chair in hand across the body. Once again, Dizzy just taking out her frustration on Jade Tempest in the middle of the ring. Jade Tempest catches her with a big kick. Arms trapped. Lifts her up. Gonna threaten me. I'll threat back. Oh my God! From Jade Tempest, huge move. 3. Jade Tempest is your new Women's World Champion, ladies and gentlemen. Every single belt that was on the line here tonight, besides the tag titles, changed hands. What an incredible match, ladies and gentlemen. Jade Tempest in her UCW debut, walking out with the belt. What an incredible showing. These 3 women put it all on the line. She put on a hell of a performance against a much more challenging competitor, Dizzy, and put Sammy Lee, the champion, away. Ladies and gentlemen, an incredible show, an incredible match. What a good turnout. Thank you to all of you for showing up. It has been a great stream. A great stream, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a raid target picked. I already know where we're going. Let's review the card. The Ice Age is here. Yes, sir. To start off the night, King Hipsta took the Fighting Spirit Championship away from Darren Briggs. Then after that, Hayley Webb defeated Amy Cooper in Hayley Webb's UCW debut. John Styles defeated Nolan Omega in a no-holds-barred match in his UCW debut. And then Supreme Knight won against Barry Ryan in a tables match. D. Newton and J. Newton retained the World Tag Team Championships against Ray Hughes and Carl Hammett. And Dizzy lost to Sammy Lee and Jade Tempest as Jade Tempest walked out with the UCW Women's Overdrive Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show. A bunch of incredible matches, but the action is not done if you're on Twitch. Let's go.
Chat go out like a lion's roar. They spamming W's, we breaking the floor. Clicks go out like a rocket and fly. We raid the stream, it's a party tonight. It's a Twitch raid, baby, light it up.